our truth. So if you want to come to Christ, you can't be staying where you are. You can't be two places at the same time. You can't stay at the house of gossip and come to Christ. You can't stay in your sin and come to Christ at the same time. You're just not that good. You're human. Jesus Christ invites us to come, but he also invites us to evaluate him. Essentially, and you will see is an open invitation for us to evaluate and learn from him. He's saying, check me out. See if I'm worth it for you to follow me. Learn from me to see if I'm really a rabbi that you call me. Basically, Jesus inviting us to have a personal relationship with him. To better illustrate my point, I'm going to ask a volunteer from the audience to help. Initially, I was going to ask Joe Metzger, but since Joe is not omnipresent, he's at home and he can't be here at the same time, I'm going to ask his dad, okay? And then once Brian comes up, I'm going to have a talk with him. You can observe, and then I will ask Brian to tell you about his experience. And then I'll come back here and I'll ask the audience your feeling about it. Brian, will you come up, please?
Sure. Oh, foot down. Yeah. Okay. This is for Joe?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So you can talk. You can tell people.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, Brian, would you come to the mic and share what? Yeah. Yeah. You can go ahead and share.
This okay? All right.
Yeah. Share what you just experienced with me.
Just now?
Yeah, just now.
Well, Mac thanked me for how let's see, what was it exactly? How to put it, the way he put it, if I repeat it, it sounds kind of prideful. But he just thanked me for our family, and that Joe is faithful the way he is, and I do thank God for my faithful boy Joe, and my faithful boys Elijah and Daniel and Abby. And he gave me this Starbucks card for Joe that he could use this for ministry, inviting people for a cup of coffee to talk about Jesus. So,
thank you. So you're clapping for the Lord, right? You're not clapping for me or Brian or anybody. You're clapping for the Lord. Now you, the audience, Brian have just witnessed to you his experience. Are you able to grasp and fully understood his emotion when he and I talk? What do you learn about it? What do you learn from that experience? You have just heard another person witnessing. What was your response? Did you feel how he felt? Were you able to do that? Really? No? I think no is really a truth. You were just an audience. You were just spectator, right? You will not be able to fully understand the situation unless you were there with him. And even so, even you were in the front, you were just viewing through somebody else's experience and not your own. Jesus Christ did not say, stand there and watch what I will do, right? He didn't tell the disciple, stand there and watch what I will do. Or he didn't even say, come and look what I can do or what I will do with your friend. What did he say? Come and you will see. come and see in Thai said จงมาดูเถิด so he personally invited you to what to come he invite each one of us to come and evaluate him brother and sister you all have done come and see in this world and let me explain how many people here have gone to grade school 1st to 6th grade high school and college right we all have our profession in this world right do we not okay so you went to school you get an education perhaps learn from somebody mimic somebody who's successful than you were at that point and hopefully one day you'll be like that person am I wrong we have people who are nurses or teachers engineers when you go to a place of work you look for that one person who can do things really well and then you learn from that person no yes why do you learn from that person experience okay why do you learn from the nurse the head nurse why do you learn from your teacher why do you learn from your teacher to receive knowledge to be like that person hopefully right if that person you view that person as really good so all of us has made an effort to come to the world and see the world despite of all the things we have done in the world Jesus doesn't hold against us he still invite for you to come and evaluate him individually and personally if we can come and see the world why not come and see Jesus he's a master of all he's better than any engineer that you'll know he's better than any teacher that you'll learn from he's better than any nurse or doctor that you can mimic with all the things that's going on in the world there's physical sickness of the eyes the lust sickness of the mind the ill thought of other people sickness of the heart unable to love one another unable to love a same church member sickness of the mouth gossip abusive language and other kind of sickness but we shouldn't keep those things away from Christ we should keep our eyes on the prize and how are you assured of your salvation how are you so sure that you're saved how are you sure that you have come and see Christ Paul reminds us in 2 Corinthians 13:5 examine yourself see whether you're in faith test yourself or do you not realize that this about yourself that Jesus Christ is in you unless indeed you fail to meet the test have you examined yourself lately if you think about the fruit of the Spirit if you think you have fruit of the Spirit and other people don't see in you do you think you have fruit of the Spirit if you're saying that your tree produced tangerine orange but 5 other experts in orange is telling you that you have a star fruit do you have a tangerine orange at home no the star fruit is actually bad for a person with kidney disease it can lead to death so careful brother and sister in Christ that you are actually producing good fruit and not star fruit that lead to death But you know what the good news is? The good news that Jesus Christ loves you. He doesn't keep records of the wrong that you have done. He doesn't sit at the front of Praise Community Church with an iPad taking note of how many times you have, in short, messed up. He doesn't keep tab of how many times you have stolen from him. I think you may have remembered Ajahn Sompong preached on stolen from God before. If you want to be reminded, you can seek him afterward and how you have stolen from God. So in response to this media frenziness, I am not going to discount the fact that people are being cautious to this new deadly virus. It is good to be cautious, to be in preparation. But what I'm trying to tell you is that eternal death is real. And eternal life is have much higher priority than the earthbound illness. I pray that all of us have come and evaluate Christ. I pray that we all have our personal relationship